Hello children, welcome back to my talks, and here I am with your first chapter, Biology, Standard 11th. Okay, last time we did the characteristics of life, characteristic of living organisms. Hope you would have understood. And today the second topic, diversity in the living world. Okay, children, let me make you understand first and then I'll go along with the textbook. Okay, diversity in the living world. Now diversity is diverse forms, the different types of organisms. Okay, we have the plants and animals, you can say. Okay, plants and animals, that is, you can say this includes the botany part of it, and this includes the zoology part. Okay, so all the you can say animals, whether it is we talk about the unicellular or multicellular, all of them will come in zoology, and the same as we go unicellular, multicellular, all the plants, okay, that comes into this particular. So it includes about you can say innumerable, okay, organisms. So the earth, you can say, houses diverse forms of organisms. Okay, when you talk about aquatic organisms, yes, there are varieties of aquatic organisms in water, in water as well as on the land. So diversity. And living world, all those organisms which are living, that includes completely plants as well as animals. As I told you, either it is unicellular, multicellular, whatever, everything comes into this. Now children, this particular topic will deal with yes, the nomenclature, classification, but do you understand that there are diverse forms? We are studying biology, we are going to study about life. Now what is biology? On the very first class I didn't tell you. Okay, so biology, what do you mean by it? When the name comes, biology, okay, so this bio, particularly bio is life and logy is study. Got it? So study of life, when we talk about it, it is study of life. Biology is normally study of life. And again, being a bio teacher, or as it is, you can say that I feel that everybody should have a knowledge about life, and you yourself is living, and why not study about all the living organisms around you, isn't it? That will help you to understand yourself better, that will help you to understand all the creatures around you better, whether it is plant or animal. Okay, and that is what includes the diverse forms. So that is what we are going to study. Now children, even when you have taken up biology, or even when you are studying bio, okay, I cannot guarantee you, or nobody can guarantee as such, that you are going to study about all the living organisms on this earth. We cannot do that. Okay, so finally, on the basis of certain characteristic features, they are classified. Classification is done. Okay, that somewhat you must have done in 11th standard. Okay, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and the classification. Okay, so that we are going to do, all that we are going to do in much detail, whatever you have done in 9th standard over here. And the nomenclature, the naming of the organisms, okay, the generic name, the specific name, all that we are going to do. And what all are the laws which must be followed, everything we are going to do in this particular topic. So let me take your textbook. Okay, so the first topic over here deals with biodiversity. As it says biodiversity, as I told you, diversity. Okay, diversity in the living world, I told you about plants and animals. That is what is biodiversity. Biodiversity is living, okay, the living forms, you can say. Varieties of living organisms, from small creatures, from the ants up to the unicellular organisms, amoeba, protozoans, okay, the algae. There are varieties of organisms all around you, aquatic as well as on land. So that is what it says in the first paragraph. Then it says that definitely there will be lots of confusion. Suppose you study some of the, let's talk about this mango. Okay, so when you know about mango, suppose इसको फिर आम बोल देते हैं. Okay, now this आम. So mango या आम बोलते हैं. So this in India, suppose we call it by name. So then the scientists thought that why don't we have a scientific name? Okay, a scientific name, a name such that a particular organism, a particular living creature, whether it is plant or animal, can be named with the same name throughout the world. Okay, like if this is mango, mango has a scientific name which says Mangifera indica. indica. Okay, so this is the scientific name for mango. So this is how the nomenclature started, the naming of the organism. Okay, and when the naming starts, the naming was such that in different countries you have different names for a particular thing. Okay, a cat may be said by a different name over here, और अलग-अलग अपने ही country में अलग-अलग states में अलग-अलग नाम होता है. So but there has to be a certain name, a common name, so that we understand, everybody understands. So that was the scientific name. Okay, so nomenclature it says, and nomenclature very beautifully it says that would help you in identification. Okay, so it says that the living organism, such that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world. Hope you understand, and this process is called nomenclature. So underline that is nomenclature. And when the organism is described correctly and we know what organism the name is attached to, that is identification. Yes, there will be certain characteristic features for mango, that a tree has to be this big long, it bears fruits in this particular season, the fruit is like this. So there will be certain identifying characteristic features by which you can identify wherever you are that this particular tree is of mango tree or neem tree or people tree, whatever it is. Okay. So there is code for binomial nomenclature, scientific names, and binomial nomenclature has given a certain code. Okay, the rules for nomenclature you can say. And what are the rules for nomenclature? The first one, it says that the Latin written in italics, and the second one, okay, so what biological names are generally in Latin, written in italics, and they are Latinized or deviated from Latin irrespective of their origin. Now this particular first point does not have that much of you can say value over here. In your textbooks definitely it is written little tilted Mangifera indica, okay, but as you write this Mangifera, the generic name, okay, in capitals, and the specific name in small alphabets. That you should understand. Generic in capital, the first alphabet, okay, and specific in small alphabet. So the first word in a biological represents the genus. So this particular name will represent the genus and this will represent the species. Got it? Okay, so these are the two components, the specific epithet. And both the words in a biological name, when handwritten, are specially underlined or printed in italics. So you can underline. I have already underlined it. Both the names are underlined, means the generic name and the specific name. Both the names are underlined when you handwrite it. And the first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter. So these are the rules of binomial nomenclature. You may be asked, enumerate the universal rules of binomial nomenclature. Got it? So this is the code for botanical nomenclature. Sometimes they ask you for the full forms also. What is ICBN? You should know, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Okay, and ICZN, that is zoological nomenclature. So full forms also must be there. Okay, then we come to this classification. Now classification, that is grouping. When we say, how do you realize, like dogs, we have dogs and all the dogs are placed into that. So there are that grouping, the classification, the process by which the organisms, similar organisms can be placed into one group. Okay, so that goes for everything, the cats, the dogs, the cows. Okay, when we talk about the wheat or when we talk about rice, again when I talk about guava, so the picture of guava comes before your eyes, है ना? अगर मैं बोलती हूँ बेटा उनके पेड़ पे बहुत अमरूद लगा है, so you can get it, you can just visualize the picture of guavas. Okay, if I say apples are very costly, yeah, you can visualize apples. It's not that I have to get apple to the class and show it to you. So that is what it says. Okay. And now the scientific names, okay, these classifications, that is taxa, okay, and you recognize that these taxa indicates the levels, that is plants also from a taxa, and animals, wheat, all these are taxas, all these varieties, they can be said as taxa, and all these characteristics, all these living organisms, they are classified into different taxas, and this process of classification is said to be taxonomy. Got it? So you don't have to, actually this portion is deleted. I'm just letting you know little, okay, that human organisms, human beings, you can say, We are very much interested to know more and more about various kinds of organisms. Okay, and hence we cannot we cannot study all the organisms at one particular time. So what do? We jot down a certain characteristic features, like when we did animal kingdom, if you remember, arthropoda, okay, or animalia, or whatever, you can aves, okay. So whatever it is, you have certain characteristic features, and if a particular organism which you see, if it satisfies those characteristic features, it can be placed into that group. Got it? So that is what is taxonomy, nomenclature, classification. So all that comes into one particular group. So this up till here only, the first portion, the first chapter you have to do, children. Till now it says that, and let me see if I get further information. I'll be making more videos on this particular chapter, because the first chapter only includes these two topics. So I'll be going to the next chapter, because I'll be posting the deleted portion also. You can see it for yourself. So these two topics only. Hope you would have understood, children. Go through the text also and try and get it. Do keep preparing notes along with the lectures. Okay. So do like it, share it and subscribe it, and press the bell button. Thank you. Thank you for watching.